Hello everybody, it's Miss Amy. I'm in the garden here at home and thought I would give you a quick tour and show you how things are doing. We are officially done with the addition on this garden for now. We added a 30 by 40 foot addition onto the garden here. This has two new beds in it right now. They are 3 foot by 12 foot beds with 8 foot high trellises, and those trellises will be used for tiny tomatoes and cucumbers. The trellises I have in the other garden are only 6 feet tall, and the plants were growing above and flopping over and kind of wreaking havoc. So these 8 foot trellises will be perfect. I'll have to have a step stool to get to them, but that's better than having the plants fall over and flop down on themselves. So this area has a silage tarp in the center. That's to keep the sod from growing, and this will be the future home of 6 more of those 3 by 12 beds. And hopefully weather will cooperate and we can put those in the fall rather than waiting until spring, because spring has become a really unreliable time to work. This garden now has another entrance here at this end, so I can get things in from either side or haul harvests out either direction. It doesn't look like a lot when you look at it, but if you've ever built something or done a project, you know it's a lot of work. Killing the sod, which takes heat and sun to do, and we didn't have that for a long time. That tarp sat on top of the soil and just didn't do anything until we had some heat. Remove the sod around the perimeter, get landscape fabric down, get stakes in. God bless Scott for digging all those post holes, getting the beds in, filling them, mulching, fencing, fence posts, you name it. It takes a lot of time and effort, but we are in the home stretch on that. So let's see what we've got in this garden. These two small beds that are joined together have green beans. I need to get some amendments on them. It's going to rain tomorrow, so it's a perfect time to give them a little bit of something to give them a nutritional boost. Then we have some tomatoes. There are 6 of these Mountain Fresh Plus tomatoes in the garden this year. This is a large slicer. It's a determinate variety, which means they generally set fruit once and they mature their fruit in about 2 to 3 weeks time, and then they're done unless we have a great season and we can convince them to do it one more time. So I've got 2 more of those in this year than we have had in the past. These 2 are Mountain Magic. These are those salad tomatoes, and they really are a jungle of a plant. They get thick and full, and they produce a ton of fruits. This one is actually starting to send up some flowers. So I will probably have this Mountain Magic variety pruned up at the bottom this weekend so that we can force more energy into the new growth and to fruit production rather than continuing to maintain those large leaves. The next row is Big Beef, which is our slicer that we do. I have 8 of these plants. I have 4 here in this row and then 4 across the aisle. And they're doing pretty good. A couple of the plants have shown a little bit more of purple coloring on the stems and on the leaves. And if you see that on your tomato plants, it just means that they are not super excited about the cool weather. We've had a couple of really chilly nights, so once that temperature comes up, they will come out of that purple stage. This is a row of San Marzano. I have 8 of those in this year. Again, 4 on this side and 4 over here. This bed is the future home of green beans. I'll wait about 10 days to put another patch of green beans in. These are hot peppers. I have 4 jalapeno plants in this year. Typically I do 3, but we sold a lot of jalapenos last year, so I put in a 4th plant. And then this is a serrano, which is a hot pepper that's great in salsa. I have 8 big mamas in this year. That's 2 more than we have ever done in the past, but we've had a lot of people who want them for canning and for freezing, and they slip their skins really well. They're very meaty. They don't have a lot of water or seed pouch area, so they're perfect for all kinds of things. So I've added 2 more of those into the gardens this year. This next row is peppers. These are banana peppers here on the front end. And then King Arthur, which is a green to red bell pepper. I adjusted the peppers a little bit. We have 4 of these King Arthurs and only 3 bananas this year. They typically make so many peppers that we just don't know what to do with them. These are Carmen's, which are the long green to red pepper. They're sweet. They taste just like a bell pepper, but they don't have the acid. And those are a really productive pepper. And I have some more of these plants available if you need them. This is the new trellis bed. It has kale starts down in the front. These are cucumber starts that I put in the back, or in the center. And then the back row I just seeded with kale yesterday. But this 8-foot tall trellis is perfect for our climbing tomatoes. So these are for cherries, grapes, things like that. This is a yellow pear, which is new to the garden this year. It's an heirloom plant. They make small pear-shaped fruit that should be mildly sweet. A lot of times they were used to make like a pear salsa, tomato salsa, or chutney, things like that where you wanted a little bit of sweetness, and that yellow color should be really good in those things. This bed also is the same setup where we've got kale in the front. I've just seeded some more kale at the back. And then these are the 2 cherry bomb red cherry tomatoes that we had last year. And they're 2 plants, and they will absolutely fill this 8-foot high and 12-foot long trellis. I'll show you some more pictures as the season goes on, but we should have lots of little tomatoes this year. Now that this phase is done, we will continue to work on the raspberry patch and small orchard area where the beehive is situated. I've got some more weeding to do out there. Then I will get some more landscape fabric and mulch in, and finally we'll do some fencing out there because we are overrun with deer and rabbits and all kinds of wildlife here. So we are cruising right along, but I feel like the biggest job of all is complete for now. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. Lots of seeds have gone in the ground here and over in the other garden. I've got a lot of things that are up over there. I've got beets coming, carrots, radishes. There are peas in 3 or 4 different places that are coming. I've got lots and lots of lettuce and other greens. I'll try to do another video and show you the smaller gardens that are up ahead here in the hoop house and in the enclosed garden. I've got some broccoli and cabbage and other things going there. So that's the update. I hope you're well. Hope to see you soon. Bye.